Local journalism often uncovers the stories that major networks don't have the capacity to report on. One local news site in South Jersey called Shore Investigates covers stories in Cherry Hill, from police to community issues and education. Well, recently, the Cherry Hill Public School District sued the journalist behind the site, Ben Shore, for filing too many OPRA requests. That's an Open Public Records Act request. According to the district, Shore has a, quote, long, demonstrable history of filing numerous, cumbersome, vexatious, and at times invalid OPRA requests with the board. Well, Ben Shore is here with us now to talk about his actions and the lawsuit he's now faced with. Ben, great to have you with us on the show. Before we get into the lawsuit, just help us understand the kind of reporting that you do and why you filed several OPRA requests with the Cherry Hill School District.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for taking the time to discuss this very important issue. So I filed a couple of requests, on average about one a month, and the district is suing me because my newsroom filed a total of 14 requests in 13 months, so about one request per month. The type of things that we request include things like, from the school district, included things like public records requests, so we can analyze the district's compliance and look at how the district is doing public records, as well as also seeing who is bidding with our government, so we can kind of get a little bit of an inside look at who is trying to bid and do business with our government, whether it's local organizations that are working with our school districts or whether it is people from out of state, to just try to really analyze it. And we take that information and we publish that. And go ahead.
Well, I just want to understand, you're looking at contracts that the school district has entered into?
Yes, we look for things like contracts and public records requests that will help us see that type of information.
And then you publish that on your website. I apologize for the interruption. Cherry Hill claims, the school district claims, that these OPRA requests are duplicative, onerous, and meant to harass the board. They also say that your website has created confusion because you've allowed a space where residents can go on and easily file OPRA requests. They say it creates confusion because they have a space on their own site where that can happen. Explain how you've set up your website and your response to their claim.
Absolutely. So in regards to the claim of duplicative requests, let's get something clear. If you have a budget in July, it is not going to be the same budget in June. So if you file a request for a budget in June and then you file it for the July budget, they now are claiming that that is too much information, that it's duplicative. And if they do believe there is a request that is duplicative, they can simply deny it. But let's not forget, these are public records that belong to the people. These are our public records, and we should see what the government's doing. On to your second question regarding the Cherry Hill OPRA portal that I created to help residents and community members get informed about the Public Records Act and also request information from Cherry Hill Public Schools. I created that website for free. I generate no money out of it, and my sole purpose is to help individuals get access to the public records they need, whether they want to know about special education spending or find out situations within the school. I make that easy and very possible with just a minute, and often can often be completed in under a minute, and it gets sent to the school, and the school fulfills it, just like the school for years has been fulfilling requests through the New Jersey OPRA machine. And there's never been a problem with it, and now they kind of take issue with it. And in regards to the district's option, if you would like to do the district's request, you can. That's fine. You can go to their website and file a request. It takes significantly more time to do it on their site. I've streamlined the process, made it easy for people to do, and ensured the delivery of it.
And let me ask you this, Ben, just by contrast, you filed a similar amount of OPRA requests, perhaps more even, with the township itself in Cherry Hill. How have they handled it differently than the board?
Absolutely. So I have a great relationship with Patty at Cherry Hill Township. She does a fantastic job, reaches out for clarification as needed. We're able to talk things through to really get those records. Completely different story with the Cherry Hill district. The school district has no interest in talking things through. Instead, they'll either deny it, they'll delay it, or they'll hit you with the technicality. I've even gone as long as waited 6 months just to get a reply to a public records request. No other agency has done that to me.
And now, Ben, let me just jump in here because I want to get to this. There's a lawsuit. I want to ask you, do you believe that this is what's known as a SLAPP lawsuit, a strategic lawsuit against public participation, which, for a little history here, when New Jersey lawmakers passed changes to the Oprah request that limited access and limited how Oprah requests would be handled, they said that that was okay because New Jersey has very strong anti-SLAPP law, a very strong anti-SLAPP law in place. All of that context, do you believe that this lawsuit that you're now faced with is a SLAPP lawsuit?
Oh, absolutely. It's a strategic lawsuit that they filed against me to prevent my participation in government, to prevent my website that I use to help inform people, to tell people about the records they can request. They don't want people to be able to submit public records with them, or for me to make the process easier. And they're basically trying to prevent public engagement. And I'm very confident in New Jersey's strong anti-SLAPP suits and in the representation of CJ Griffin that we will prevail in this matter. And I am just very hopeful that New Jersey's strong anti-SLAPP laws will work, because my brother filed one single request and he's getting sued too.
And so
one
now,
request is all he filed.
I imagine there's a cost involved for you in terms of representing yourself in court. And as you've said, you've hired an attorney. I just want to ask what impact you believe this has on journalism, especially local journalism.
So our newsroom has not filed a single Oprah request with the school since the incident. We've not been able to cover stories that we wanted to cover. There was a recent settlement agreement that came out that I believe the public should see, but we are not willing to make a records request out of fear that we are going to get sued, brought into court because we requested a single public record that belongs to the public. So the effect is real, and it's impacted our newsroom. And if this suit is allowed and continues, then any journalist, any member of the media, even if you make one single request, you may have to come to court and be banned from making a public records request.
All right. I appreciate all of that insight. Ben Shore, independent journalist with Shore Investigates. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate your time.